welcome to Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style. I'm Kate Longworth. Today we're at STEM Swag in Phoenix to talk flowers. But before we stop to smell the roses, let's take a look at what's ahead on the show. A trip to a museum that allows you to feel connected to the surrounding nature and getting funding for your education. Plus, we honor Heart Month with some life-saving tips. All that and much more coming your way on Arizona Living. We are at We Got Flowers Warehouse, and I am joined now by STEM Swag owner and creative director, Gary Guerin. Thank you so much for having us out here today.
Yeah.
And let's start first with, what is STEM Swag?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're STEM Swag. We are a local florist. We're half retail, half events, but we are a fresh spin on florals. I like to tell people we're kind of like a flower shop with an urban twist. Our design work is really high quality, but I think what sets us apart mostly is our customer service. I'm proud to say after 5 years we're still 5-star rated on every platform, and I think that really speaks to our customer service.
What is the experience like for the customer?
The space that we are in currently, we have a studio space inside of the We Got Flowers warehouse downtown where we are now. And this facility is a working floral wholesaler. So something that's really unique to the experience is that you can come in and you can get product to do flowers as a DIY sort of venture, or we can design them for you. So, you know, we can, regardless of your goal with flowers, we can help you to accomplish that.
Yeah, and you guys obviously have flowers, but what type of gifts and swag do you also have?
A couple years into our business, we introduced swag. So our name is intentional, STEM Swag. We always knew that we wanted to grow into that area. And so we started incorporating different gifts. And the way that we did that was by reaching out to other small independent businesses. So while we don't handcraft the gifts, we do source them from other independent retailers all across the US, so that we can, you know, be in this small business venture together.
And you have DIY classes. What do those entail?
We have a studio space here that we share with We Got Flowers called Studio C. So we do host classes in that space. Secondly, we host monthly classes at Thunderbird Lounge in the Melrose area. It's an outdoor experience. There's beer and wine. So, flowers, beer and wine, all of the wonderful things to put together. And then lastly, we do private classes as well. So we can come to your business, your office, team building, or even your home or a wedding or a bridal shower and do sort of a pop-up flower bar DIY class.
February is obviously Valentine's Day, very popular for flowers. Do you have any specials going on?
Yes, so we always do a Valentine's collection. This year we have a variety of price points ranging from $25 to $199. So it's a little bit of something for everyone. We have cute little llamas that say, "I llama you." We have your more extravagant arrangements if you're looking to impress, but we have a little bit of everything for everyone. So we like to say, if it's for your bae or your bestie or your boo, come on down, we got you.
I love it. And one of the things you guys did so well during the pandemic is you found a way to pivot and support people and make yourself relevant during those hard times. Tell me a little bit more about the emotional support plants you introduced.
Emotional support plants are something that is really near and dear to us, and part of the story of how we ended up here in this space in general. We started out as a very event-centric company, and then COVID hit. And what we really came up with at that time is that people just needed a little bit of support or some kind words. So we came up with this crazy idea of emotional support plants, and we attached inspirational messages to all of them. Me and my business partner, Selena, we literally drove all around the state. We launched it, and we never knew how it was gonna blow up. We put that energy out into the world. That's essentially how we created our customer base.
You continue to expand the business. In May, you have a venture coming out in Melrose. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So we have a new venture that we are opening at a development called the Royale. It's in the Melrose Midtown area. It'll be a collection of other small businesses. So that will be more of our retail concept, where you can pop in, you can get fresh flowers, bouquets. We'll have a lot more gifts there. So that will be the retail component of our business.
Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on everything you're doing here. It's a lot of fun to explore. And if you would like to check out STEM Swag or put in your flower order, please head to their website. Time now to travel to Tucson for a visit to the Sonora Desert Museum, where they hope to turn your idea of a museum inside out.
Like many people that arrive here from somewhere else, the founders of the museum saw a beautiful environment that people didn't seem to understand and even less perhaps care about it. So it was always his mission, and ever since, that we gave the desert a voice and that we could share with people how unique and special this area is and also how fragile it is. My name is Craig Avanian. I'm the Executive Director of the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. The name that you look at would give you the sense that it's a museum, but it's really more of a biopark. The problem with the word like biopark is it's another one people don't generally understand. So rather than change our name, we try to give people more of an understanding with subheaders of what you expect to experience. But it really does flip things kind of upside down so that instead of being indoors, you're outdoors, and instead of looking at a single element, you're looking at multiple, and you're looking at the synergism of how those things work together to give people an understanding of this region. I think one of the most special aspects of this place is that you cannot see everything in one visit. And in fact, because we're immersed in the desert itself, the changing seasons constantly change what people experience every time you have a change from summer to winter, or even in the summer from dry to wet summer. And then of course, the wildlife that you're going to see is not just something you're coming and expecting behind glass. It's something that's all around you. So you can have experiences with native animals and plants on our grounds. So it's constantly shifting just in that respect. But also because you have so many elements working together with experiences that are seasonal, like Raptor Free Flight, where raptors are flying right over your head, or the changing shows in the art gallery, or Pack Rat Playhouse. There are things that are different based on age, and there's things based on season that change the experience. So people can have something new that they discover every time they come out.
I feel so lucky to be able to work in a place that has a mission that involves love in the name, because that is what this place inspires, and that is what we hope to inspire in other people as well. And you know, the variety of things that we do here in so many different topics has something for everyone to enjoy. The ultimate goal here is to get people feeling connected to the nature that is all around us and that we are a part of. Because the more we know, the more we love, the more that we can all be inspired to protect the environment. And ultimately what benefits the environment benefits us and our place in it as well. The museum is a really fun place for students and learners of all types to come and enjoy their field trips, because it's a fun and exciting place to learn. You can learn more about the programs and how to book us for programming either here or in the community, wherever you are, online at desertmuseum.org. Also, join us, interact with us, chat with us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so we hope to see you there as well.
Stick around as we arrange more entertaining stories on Arizona Living. Ways to get funding for your college education, and some personal accounts on how stroke can impact your life and those around you. The cost of a higher education continues to skyrocket, but there's financial help out there. You just have to know where to look.
Be a Leader Foundation is a Phoenix-based nonprofit. Our job is to support students 7th to 12th grade in their transition to post-secondary, college, and beyond. So making sure that they have everything that they need to go to college and succeed while they're there. FAFSA is extremely important because, first of all, it's free money. So you can qualify for things like Pell Grants based on income. That is money that you use for school. Don't have to pay it back. It's also very important to fill out the FAFSA because it helps you qualify for other scholarships and need-based aid at universities and community colleges. So it's really a gateway to a lot of other financial aid.
My experience as a sponsor has been really getting the information about Be a Leader Club out there because of just the amazing opportunities that it gives to our students. One of my students has been part of the club since she was a freshman, and I tell the students how amazing that is to see her grow over the years and really develop into a leader. So she's the one who's going out there and doing the recruiting for me because she knows all of the great opportunities that the foundation helps our students with.
I started Be a Leader being a member in the club in high school, so that was like a great opportunity for me to learn, being a low-income, first-gen student, not knowing anything about college. So Be a Leader was there to assist me with scholarships, just information about college, and me being able to attend college as well. Filling out the FAFSA early, it's been proven that if you fill it out October through December, those earlier months, you'll get 2 times as much aid from the schools. I benefited very much while filling out the FAFSA gratefully. I am full Pell Grant student and gotten so much financial aid due to filling out the FAFSA and being qualified.
When I help out students, when I help them navigate this process, it feels so good to see them at the end of that, when they're going off to their future and when they've met those goals, and just seeing them be able to get everything that they wanted and everything that they were working for.
Parents can support their students in completing the FAFSA by just being aware of the timeline, understanding what the scholarship and FAFSA deadlines are for the particular schools that their child is interested in, and talking to their school counselor. Nobody has all the answers and nobody has to know everything, so Be a Leader Foundation is also a great resource. We help with FAFSA and we can answer parent questions as well.
You have a right to go to college. You have a right to succeed. So when you go and look at these colleges, know that you have a chance to be there.
To get more information, you can go to azfafsa.org or reach out to your student's guidance counselor for more information on school events.
Red roses were the most popular flower purchased for Valentine's Day last year, according to the Society of American Florists. They accounted for 65% of purchases. But before you head out to get yours, stick around. More Arizona Living coming your way. We talked to Central Arizona Project about the future water supply for our state. And we get information on the signs and symptoms of a stroke.
Arizona Opera presents its 2022-2023 season with performances in Phoenix and Tucson. Don't miss the unforgettable music, drama, and spectacle. Purchase your season tickets or single tickets today at azopera.org.
February is National Heart Month, and joining me now to talk about this very important topic is Erin Moran and Madison Bustamante, who are both impacted personally by a stroke. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about this topic that so many people need to know about. And I know you're sharing some very valuable stories with me. Erin, I know you lost your sister Ashley to stroke. I'm so sorry for your loss, but I know you're here today to share what happened.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for having me today. You know, my sister's story is unfortunately one that I have to tell all too often. She was 34 years old, mother of 2, just a 3-year-old and actually an 18-year-old. She was feeling generally unwell the entire week, so she sought the attention of urgent care, following up with the emergency room, and ultimately her cardiologist just that Friday before, all of which told her she was young, she was healthy, she should go home and take a nice bath because she was having a panic attack. So they would send her to her death. Ultimately, she suffered a massive stroke the Monday following seeing her cardiologist on that Friday and went into advanced heart failure. So she would battle for 3 months to try to be here for her babies, and unfortunately she lost that battle in June of 2020. And so Ashley's story truly embodies everything that the Go Red for Women movement with the Heart Association stands for, and that's women are often miscounted, underdiagnosed, and mistreated at the end of the day.
And you now work for the American Heart Association in honor of Ashley. What do you hope to accomplish in this role?
Well, my goal is to be the voice that she doesn't have any longer, to keep her memory alive, to show her daughters that we have to fight for ourselves, we have to be our own advocates, and truthfully to hope that her story is not the one that we have to tell all of the time, to increase awareness that heart disease is our #1 threat and that stroke is close behind it, in #5 that will actually take our lives, and to hope that, you know, one woman pays attention to her symptoms and pushes past those telling her that it's all in her head.
Thank you. And Madison, you are a warrior. You personally suffered from a stroke, and I know you want to share your story.
Yeah, so I had a stroke 3 weeks postpartum. Initially, just everyone saying, oh, you're just tired, you're a new mom, you're sleep deprived. I just felt unwell and kept bringing it up, but no one took me seriously, and at 32 years old, I suffered a torn vertebral artery, which resulted in a stroke. And 3 weeks later, I suffered a second stroke because just as young women, we're uneducated because no one thinks that young women are going to have strokes. But reality is they do. And we need to make sure that we're educated on signs and symptoms and just knowing that we know our bodies and listen to them.
You look fabulous. How are
Thank
you
you.
doing?
I am so lucky. I've made, I would say, 100% recovery with rehab and just that fight. Sadly, I'm not the typical outcome of a stroke, and so I'm so lucky to be here. And my mission now is just to make sure no mom goes through what I had to go through.
Yeah, and what are some of the signs and symptoms women, especially young women, should be on the lookout for because they think, oh, that's probably not what's happening, or maybe a doctor's telling them that?
Right. You know, the most important thing is that we listen to our own bodies. No one has resided in your body longer than you, and so you truly know when something doesn't feel right. For women, when it comes to heart attack and stroke, most often the overall feeling is general unwellness. When it comes to heart attack, it might be that they're feeling nauseous, that they have a, dizziness, that they are just truly feeling exhausted. And that can be for both stroke and for heart attack. And so I would really encourage people to educate themselves about the difference in those signs and symptoms, because that's often why it goes undiagnosed, because we don't report with the same symptoms as men do, with that crushing feeling in our chest, and that arm tingliness, all the same that men do. So it's important to educate yourself, find those differences, and you can always visit heart.org, which is the Heart Association page, which is meant to be a resource for all of us to empower you with that knowledge.
Any other thoughts or advice you want to add?
Yeah, I would absolutely listen to your body. I constantly made excuses because I didn't think something like this could happen. And I wasn't educated on what to be looking for, if anything. So absolutely what Erin said is just know your body, and you're the best advocate.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your time. And if you would like more information, including the signs and symptoms of a heart attack or a stroke, please head to heart.org. Roses are red, violets are blue, and we still have more Arizona Living coming to you. We show you how the state is conserving our water supply for the future. Central Arizona Project explains why the use of aquifers in our state is helping protect our future water supply.
The Central Arizona Groundwater Replenishment District, or CAGRD, was created in the 1990s so that landowners and water providers could comply with our groundwater management laws. It's not separate from Central Arizona Project. It's a special function. And what it does is it replenishes our aquifers with renewable water supplies to balance out for groundwater that's pumped by users who are members of the replenishment district. What replenishment is we recharge renewable water supplies into that aquifer, and it's stored underground. So you're not losing water to evaporation, and it's helping keep our groundwater levels higher. And the more that we save now underground, the less we have to do in the future. There's two different types of entities under the CAGRD. There's member service areas, which are cities and private water companies, essentially water providers. And then there are member lands, which are subdivisions. And it's funded separately from Central Arizona Project. So it's funded based on fees and dues that are collected from the members of CAGRD. Since its inception, CAGRD has replenished about 600,000 acre-feet of water under the ground. An acre-foot of water is the amount of water that you need to cover an acre of land with 1 foot of water, and it's about the amount of water to serve 3 households for a whole year. Annually, CAGRD replenishes about 30,000 acre-feet of water into our aquifers, and that's like filling Tempe Town Lake about 10 times. 23 of Arizona's cities, towns, and private water companies, as well as 1,200 subdivisions, are members of the CAGRD in Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties. Many people ask me where they can learn more about saving water, and a great resource are the websites of the cities and towns in our 3-county service area. They offer conservation classes, incentive programs, and rebates. Another place you can look is wateruseitwisely.com or knowyourwaternews/saveadrop.
We want to thank everyone here at STEM Swag for having us out today to explore their fun and unique flower shop. If you're looking for flowers for Valentine's Day, a birthday, or just because, swing by STEM Swag to see their beautiful selection. You can also head to their website to order a floral arrangement for delivery and to find out more about their upcoming DIY classes. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Kate Longworth. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style, where we help you live your best life.